Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Soundabout's Goodnight Songs and Stories on Wednesday night here with me, Pete, where we'll be exploring and telling the tale of our story all the way from Madagascar. First, we'll start with our Time to Rest song, using our action of hailing or flagging down a taxi. Now it's time to rest by hailing a taxi, and listening to the music playing. We'll have a go at that all together. Are we ready? We're flagging down a taxi. We're flagging down a taxi. We're flagging taxi, we're flagging down a taxi. And you'll remember on Monday night that we got ourselves prepared for our story that is coming up, with being prepared for going on holiday. And you'll see why now as we tell the story of the four friends in a taxi. On a sunny, hot day at the end of May, four friends decided to go on holiday. They packed up their bags and got ready to travel. And you'll remember we got ready to travel the other night, so maybe I'm just going to do that again now. I wanted to have my summer hat to be ready to travel. I want to have my sunglasses to be ready to travel. And I definitely wouldn't be without my holiday shirt, which I'm going to pop on now so I can look like an extra from Baz Luhrmann's Romeo and Juliet for those of a certain age. And then we're all set to travel. They packed up their bags and got ready to travel. Oh, I forgot to mention that these four were animals: a goat, a sheep, a dog, and a zebu, which is a kind of cow, in case you didn't know. They waved down a taxi, as we've been doing. Taxi! They waved down a taxi, and all climbed aboard. For this holiday, they wouldn't go abroad on a plane or a train or any such thing. Staycations this year were more of the thing. Beep, beep, vroom. Maybe we could all try that together. Beep, beep, vroom. Let's try that one more time. Beep, beep, vroom. The taxi roared and started. The four friends leaned forward as the crowded street parted, and they were really on their way to their first exciting holiday. The taxi brews rattled down the road. The taxi brews rattled down the road. The driver had never had a more interesting load of passengers who clapped their hooves and paws every time the taxi brews looped and swerved. After a while, the driver started to slow. The brakes went on. It was nearly time for the passengers to go. The brakes went on, the taxi stopped still, and the driver pressed some buttons to work out the bill. "That'll be 80,000 Malagasy Ariri," said the driver with a smile, and then stood ready to be paid the money by the four animal friends. But this is not where our story ends. "Here's my 20, said Zaboo with a very low rumble, and handed over the coins without any grumble. The sheep went next, and paid straight away. But the goat got down and simply ran away. "Hey, stop, thief!" shouted the driver, and then turned to the dog and said, "You'll have to pay for them." The dog was cross. But paid over the money. Zaboo, sheep and dog thought this wasn't funny, and though the three of them enjoyed their holiday, they never forgot the goat that didn't pay. And now every time a taxi goes past, dog gets up and starts to bark, because they'll never forget that day when goat ran away from having to pay. And that's the story of the four friends in the taxi, all the way from Madagascar. Well, I do hope you enjoyed going through the song yesterday with B. It's such a beautiful one. We're going to have a quick blast of it together now as well. Anoko chakeo, anoko chakeo, anoko chakeo, anoko chakeo. Oh Mila, diavana, oh Mila, dia, oh Mila. Chiavana, diaf, diaf, diaf. Well, I hope you enjoyed the story today. B will be back tomorrow with another run through this song, expanding on that. I'll be back on Friday to give a recap of this week's story. Now it's time to rest by staying still and listening to the music play.